Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And I want to ask a question that I have been asked in many different flavors. And that is, how long should it take before I'm comfortable? I don't know about you, but I bumped into people that have been stuck in analysis paralysis for 2, 3, and 4 years. That is a long time. I do want to acknowledge, as I always do, kind of my beginnings. I am embarrassed to tell you that I thought the answer to real estate investing lived in Excel. You see, I have, I'm very comfortable with numbers. I have an econ degree and an MBA and was an accountant, first job. So spreadsheets are comfortable for me. So I thought the answer lived in Excel. I remember building out my first Excel spreadsheet with multiple tabs, everything kind of tied together. And I thought Excel would give me comfort. At least with residential real estate, it was too much. It was way too much. I now believe if you're in my course, you'll see it. There's a spreadsheet. It's got, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 columns in it. And it's really that simple, right? How much cash does it take to get it? What's the rent minus all expenses? Take yearly cash flow divided by cash in the deal, get a yield. It's that simple. So how long does it take? Well, let me tell you, it should take years. It should not take years. It shouldn't even take quarters. I believe with focus and daily discipline being key, you should get to a point where you know your buy box in under 90 days. How do you know your buy box? How do you know your buy? That's really the question, right? How do I know that I know my buy box? Well, when you can answer this question, you know your buy box. And it is really simple. Okay. So here's my buy box back in the day to give you an example. 93703. 3 to 4 bedroom single family home. Two car garage, two bathrooms, between 1,250 and 1,750 square feet. That was it. That was my buy box. That produced 20 to 40 active listings at the time. What I could tell you back then, and I believe this is true, it's from memory, so it could be a little fuzzy. The average, what I would tell you after 90 days, because again, I didn't live there. I didn't know the city. I didn't know anybody in the beginning. What I would tell you is, hey, the average deal in my market is 6.5%. That was the average yield. So my job in the beginning was to get deals that were above average. Now, in the beginning, I didn't have this notion of good and great. That came to me over time as I did it more and more. But I just wanted something more than the 6.5. And it's really that simple. So you know your buy box when you could tell your wife, your husband, your friend, your coworker, I'm looking at my buy box XYZ 1, 2, 3, and it produces an average yield of 6.5, 2.5, -4, whatever it is. That's when you know your buy box. Then if you want to get fancy with it, what I would tell you to do is once you know average, I want you to start changing variables to see what it takes to increase the yield by 2%. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, watch this video. You can look at some of my deep dives or just buy the course. It's $320. Get in the Facebook group, ask questions, play with Excel. Let's have some fun. But the idea is, okay, if my yield is 6.5, like it was for me back in the day, how do I get 8.5? Well, I could lower the price. Sure. You could get the seller to buy down the rate. That'll help. You can get the seller to pay closing costs. That will help. What are the things you could do? I've produced videos in the past, which you can find on my channel, where I take an average yield by playing with closing costs, rate, and repairs, and turning them into great deals. It's all there for you. The Excel spreadsheet is the simpler, the better. What I would tell you again is it's the daily discipline. You can't do this by doing it on Saturday or Saturday and Sunday. It's 20 minutes. Go back, and I have a deep dive playlist. There's a video in there called Buy Box. Watch that. It's 60 minutes. It will help you understand. So what I would tell you, if you're stuck in analysis paralysis beyond 90 days, it's time to pull yourself out, at least in residential. If you're looking at commercial, office, hotels, 100 units, I can't help you. I don't play there. The biggest thing we bought was 20 units. So I like to be very clear. I don't play in the bigger areas. So just, understand that. So again, I don't think it should take you more than 90 days. You should get comfortable in 90 days. You should be able to communicate what average is. I hope that helps. Do me a favor. If you're watching this for the first time, you can get one of my books, One Rental at a Time, which is our story from start to finish, or 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires that I wrote for you. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.